Well, here I am in raspberry heaven. Okay, so first I picked them, then I made some jams, and then I made some preserves, and then I decided to just dehydrate a bunch of raspberries. So as I was sitting here, my husband just went by and told me that I have a lot of patience. I don't know if it's so much patience as it is because, you know, first you pick them one at a time and then you place them one at a time on the drying racks, and you have to place them with the little cone part down so that, and then pointing up so that they'll dehydrate in a nice shape. Anyway, it wasn't patience, it's an absolute love. I love raspberries. And I have to tell you a little story. So when I was a young girl, I used to go and pick berries all the time. And how my mother used to get me to go out there is to tell me that my grandmother would be very proud of me because I could pick really fast. And I wasn't like the other children. I didn't eat all the berries, which as I grew up, I learned that that's showing that you can be have self-control. So, and that's how some of the adults used to tell which children had more control of themselves than other children, and that's a quality and trait that you want in your children. Anyway, and in adults, I wish more adults had that trait now. But the big thing about it, I used to spend so much time down picking berries, and I loved the natural world as a child, and nobody told me about a creator when I was little. I just knew that there was a creator that made all this wonderful stuff. And as I got, you know, from a little wee girl to growing up, so I got stories. I got told stories about how these berries and things came into being. But what I want to tell you about is a vision that I had as a child. So if we went out and picked berries, we would have a bowl, and you'd have to fill up your bowl. So you start out with small bowls, and as you get older, you get bigger bowls. And after my mother was finished freezing and cooking and baking and preserving, any other raspberries I got after that point, and we had a lot of mouths to feed with 5 children and lots of relatives. So after that, though, you could go and pick berries, and then you could sell them to the neighbors. Now, a little bowl was maybe 50, 75 cents, and you could get a lot of candy for 75 cents when you were a child. They were selling them 3 and 4 for a penny. So I learned very quickly that if you picked fast and hard and you sold those extra berries to the neighbor ladies, and you did a good job, and if you put a cone on top, so a cone is making the basket overflowing and full, they would give you extra money. And my biggest bowl that I had was worth $1.50. And boy, if I filled that up and sold that to my little neighbors, I was just rich. Anyway, around 7 years old, I had my first vision. And a vision isn't like a dream. A vision is spectacular, and it has sight and smell, and you know it's different than your dreams, and you never forget that vision. So my first vision was about a raspberry. So I had picked this one raspberry, and it was a beautiful raspberry, nicely shaped, and that raspberry in my dream grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it was so big, it was as big as a house. And of course I thought, wow, as I watched it grow, and then I realized I am rich. And as soon as I thought about rich as in money, the vision was over. And I learned that that dream meant that I was rich in God's blessings. So to this day, when I pick raspberries, which is a symbol of God's love, I remember how I had that first vision and how I was blessed in the Creator's love. And I've only had these raspberries planted in the yard for a couple of years, and they are producing so well, and I'm feeling gratified and very happy. And I just thought I'd share that with you.